Absolutely. Obviously spoke to you before on mic, put a few topics to you so we could get some photos in, assisting what you're going to be talking about, of course. I thought this was brilliant because I said about La Liga, Serie A back in the 90s, into the 2000s. Me and Chris watched both, as you did as well. But Sampdoria and Genoa's stadium, you talked about the Stadio Luigi Ferraris and the World Cup in 1990. There was 4 games at the stadium. But yeah, just your memories of an iconic looking stadium and why you liked it so much, Sampdoria Stadium.
It's just so different, really, isn't it? You look at football stadiums around the world, and we're lucky enough, and I'll always try and get back to Everton, of course, my favourite subject. We're lucky enough to have a fabulous new stadium. The brickwork at Bramley Moor is something which is totally different. It's sympathetic to the landscape and the area that it's in. You look at obviously the stadium there for both Genoa and Sampdoria. I always remember watching football Italia back in the day, and you see the brick internally, in each corner. It's just something which is just totally different. And I don't know why it was. It was just seeing those angles from different parts of the ground, and obviously you see the corners of each of those stands, and it's just so different. So you just don't see it, do you? Especially now as we sort of progress and we move forward and time goes on. You look at stadiums and new stadiums, especially, not so much obviously Everton's new stadium, but I think you're more sort of, as people like to refer to them, soulless bowls. Those stadiums with very little in the way of character. It gets a little bit the same, doesn't it? You look at a lot of the stadiums that were built sort of early 2000s, and I always look at Leicester and the Riverside Stadium, obviously with Middlesbrough, the Majeski Stadium for Reading. Those kind of stadiums, they all look very, very similar. And I like stadiums